So what a series of events we've had this past week as Manchester United fans. Now let's do a little recap, shall we? On Sunday, the 27th of October 2024, Manchester United played West Ham, in which we saw Manchester United lose to West Ham 2-1. Now on Monday, 28th of October 2024, Manchester United announced that they had parted ways with Erik Ten Hag and he was sacked. Now, on Tuesday, 29th of October 2024, rumors were circulating about who the next Manchester United manager would be. There were rumors about Gareth Southgate, there were rumors about Amorim, and there were rumors about a lot of managers all across Europe. Before the day even ended, Manchester United announced that they had agreed a deal with Amorim, the Sporting Lisbon manager, to become the new Manchester United manager. On the 30th of October 2024, it was announced that until Amorim came to Manchester United, Reuben would be the interim manager for Manchester United. On the 31st of October, ladies and gentlemen, Reuben had already overlooked a Manchester United game in which we saw Manchester United beat Leicester 5-2. And on the 1st of November, ladies and gentlemen, Reuben will oversee Manchester United's game versus Chelsea on Sunday. I know, it's a lot for me too. So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Football with Priscilla. I'm Priscilla, obviously. So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And ladies and gentlemen, today I just want us to talk about the series of events that has been occurring in the Manchester United world, in the Manchester United sphere. But before we get into the video for today, make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe, and do turn your notifications on, ladies and gentlemen, to know when next I post a video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the video for today, I just want to do a comment shout out. And yes, comment shout outs are back, ladies and gentlemen, and today's comment shout out is at NME, I have no idea how to pronounce this name, at NME232, who commented on my previous video in which I was actually supporting Erik Ten Hag and saying it's not Erik Ten Hag's fault. Ladies and gentlemen, it was the players, they let him down. And at NME had a comment to say about that video. It was an interesting thread with a lot of comments. Go check out all those comments. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's just dawned on me that my background is pink and the Manchester United jersey I've decided to wear today is pink. This is going to be interesting. Okay, let's get into the video for today. Let's talk about Amorim, the Sporting Lisbon manager that Manchester United won, who's apparently supposed to be the next chosen one. I hate those phrases because obviously Jose Mourinho came in with the chosen one and it didn't go so well with Manchester United, and we all know the history about that. So apparently Amorim's most favored type of play is a 3-4-3 formation. And can I just say, this information, I got it from at Statman Dave. It's a very good video. If you guys want to go look at it, I'll probably put it in the description below. You guys go to at Statman Dave and you're gonna find the video talking about everything that I'm gonna say. He broke it down perfectly and I was like, oh, okay, makes sense. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what I've gathered about the Sporting Lisbon manager Amorim. I don't know how you guys are pronouncing it, but yeah. So Amorim's preferred style of play is a 3-4-3 formation, which is very interesting. He easily adapts also to different kinds of game depending on the opponents that he has. Apparently he's really been doing well with Sporting Lisbon, winning cups with them. His type of play is intense type of play, a lot of runners. One thing, ladies and gentlemen, that I absolutely love, which I found out about Amorim, is that he uses his fullbacks a lot. And if you go back to a lot of my previous videos, I've been complaining to say, for me, Manchester United's biggest problem, which I found, was that we never utilized our fullbacks. But Amorim's style of play, the 3-4-3 formation, allows you to use your fullbacks a lot, which is one thing I feel like Manchester United haven't been utilizing. Dalot is a good crosser of the ball. Mazraoui is also he's also good at crossing the ball. Dalot is also good at crossing the ball. Unfortunately, and they're both forward-thinking players, we don't usually use our fullbacks, which was a big problem for me. But I'm so glad that we're getting a manager, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to use these fullbacks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, apart from that, if you look at his record, he's really good with developing players, which is good for Manchester United. And this is good news for Mainu, Garnacho, Ahmad, and all these other young players. But what does that mean for other players as well? The likes of Anthony, the likes of Malaysia, who God knows where Malaysia is. So it's very interesting to look at. But yes, apart from that, he's very good at adapting against whichever opponent that he's gonna face at that particular period of time. So he looks like he has a good profile. Now for me, ladies and gentlemen, here are my thoughts on Amorim. Listen, we also had the same description for Erik Ten Hag. We saw how Ajax performed in Champions League. We went to YouTube. We had all those compilation videos. We heard all the great characteristic traits about Erik Ten Hag. We're like, yes, what Ajax is doing is what we're going to see Manchester United doing. And lo and behold, that did not happen. That was our dream, ladies and gentlemen, which never ever came into fruition. So forgive me if me and a few people are kind of skeptical about immediately receiving the likes of Amorim, because we've been at this place where we've gotten a coach who everyone is talking about, who's amazing in their league, which is the Portuguese league, and is doing great things. And obviously when you look at the videos and what he's done in that league is so amazing, but when they come to Manchester United, they capitulate. All those tactics that we heard that Amorim has or Erik Ten Hag had at the time, they suddenly disappear. It's like they come into Manchester United, they pass through like a portal, and all their tactics remain behind, and they enter Manchester United, and then it's like blank, like completely blank. So forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, if me and a few people are skeptical and we're not so excited. Now, the ESPN panel with Greg and the other guys were talking about Ineos, and while all of us are really praising Ineos for making a decision and making a decision now in November, where Manchester United is 14th, and getting in a new manager and not settling with Ruud van Nistelrooy as an interim and giving him the job like Manchester United, like the Glazers did with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, they did bring up a point to say Ineos have kind of put themselves in a pickle. Why didn't they make this decision if they've been talking to Amorim for the past few weeks? Why didn't they just do this in the summer? Now, I'm one of the people who was against Ineos firing Erik Ten Hag after we won the FA Cup, because I thought, listen, let's give him the third season. If he fails, then we can fire him. I'm one of those people, and like majority of the fan base were speaking the same language as me. So there was that. I feel like they looked at the fan base and they were like, okay, we're new, we don't want to get the fan base to hate us, so let's just give him Erik Ten Hag. If he fails, we have plan B. But their point was more to say, you allowed Erik Ten Hag to stay this long, reach November. He bought Delete, he bought Zexi, he bought who else did he bought? Mazarawi, he bought Ugrete, who, by the way, it's good for Ugrete because Ugrete actually played for Amorim at Sporting Lisbon before he went to PSG. So Ugrete is like, cool. Like, Ugrete is happy. Dalot is happy, Portugal. Bruno Fernandes is happy, Portugal. But like, then we have Rashford, we have Garnacho, we have Casemiro, we have Eriksen, all these other players. So basically the ESPN panel was saying, you allowed Erik Ten Hag to use money to buy his players. What if Amorim comes and says, actually with the system, the 3-4-3 system that I have, these guys can cut it. And when I was looking at Statman Dave explaining the 3-4-3 formation, he said people that would thrive would be, obviously, what's this guy's name? Wow, you need to copy that. He said people that would thrive, Onana would thrive because obviously the ball is starting from the back and Onana really knows how to make the passes as a goalkeeper. He said Matches Delete would thrive because Matches Delete played in a back three for Juventus. So Delete would understand the system because he's played in a back three for Juventus. He also broke down to say Martinez would thrive because Martinez is good at passing the ball. We've seen how Martinez is able to carry the ball from the back to the midfield. And on the right, obviously, there would be a Leny Yoro. So we'd have a back three of Matches Delete as the center, left Martinez, good at carrying the ball, right Leny Yoro, who's supposed to be apparently the next Varane, who I have never seen play. Like, it's going to be my first time. Like, I went to look at YouTube for Leny Yoro and I wasn't impressed. So listen, I stand to be corrected. So the back three, according to Stanman Dave's video, would be Delete, Leny Yoro, and Martinez. Then we have a midfield, obviously, of Ugrete, because he's worked with Ugrete, who's like a person who's able to get back the ball and to progress the ball, which I haven't seen so much from Ugrete, Manuel Ugrete, but I'm sure the Premier League is not an easy league that you can easily get into and settle into. Like, it's not. It's physical, it's high pace, it's intense. So you take time. So obviously him managing Ugrete, he will know how to get the best of Ugrete. So in the midfield, we have Ugrete, obviously a Maino and a Bruno Fernandes. Statman Dave really did say he doesn't think an Ericsson would work, but listen, these are the players that Amorim has to work with until August. So he has to make the likes of, what's his name, Ericsson work. And obviously then we have the fullbacks in Dalot and Mazarawi. And then obviously we have Garnacho, we have Rasmus, we have Rashford. So there's that whole squad. So now I understood where, going back to what the ESPN panel was saying, they were saying, so what if Amorim wants to set up the team and he finds out, wait, Rashford can't play in this 4-3-3 formation, Ericsson can't play, Anthony can't play, Ahmad can't play, Casemiro can't keep up with the pace, because when you looked at the description of how Amorim plays, he wants the players to attack the ball. Like, where the ball is, the players must fill up that place and be able to retrieve the ball fast. Okay, so it's going to be a fast-paced, intense kind of football or footballing style that Amorim is going to introduce to Manchester United. Now, when you think about that, you look at the likes of Eriksen and Casemiro. Will they be able to cope? You look at the likes of Lindelof. For me personally, I love Lindelof, but there are many moments in which Lindelof gets blocked off or physically he's not up to par, including pace. We have Harry Maguire, who is good but can't run. So there's that whole issue. Basically, the ESPN panel was trying to say, like, what happens now? You're giving him players that, what if they can't work? Why didn't you make this decision in the beginning? Now, Amorim is going to say, if Manchester United end up finishing the season at 12, these are not my players. You guys gave me these players to work with and I can't work with them. So now next season, we're going to have a situation in which Amorim is going to want to bring his players in and want to have to sell other players. So now Manchester United is back literally to square one. Like, and I was like, oh my gosh, we really can't enjoy anything. Like, we can't enjoy having a new manager. We can't enjoy the old manager. We can't even enjoy an interim manager. Like, oh my gosh, it's so hard being a Manchester United fan. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, it was very interesting listening to that take, because I never really thought about it that much. Another thing I want to say about Amorim is, for me and a lot of people, like I said, there's the skeptical side, and we also have the side of what if he's not going to be able to gel well with the players when he brings the style of play. I also think we should not, we shouldn't doubt him before we can see what he's capable of doing. Granted, I already have, but I think I'm going to give him a chance. I don't know, guys. Manchester United is just a different ballgame, because you'd expect when they get a new manager, like Liverpool, how they are thriving, Chelsea is thriving. Then there's us. Like our new manager bounce is like 15 games in, and then everyone is now Amorim, get him out. Like, there's a big problem at Manchester United, a very, very big problem. So yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, those are my thoughts on Amorim. It's a short video, but I wanted us to talk about it because I needed to get it out of my chest, because I've been wanting to talk about this manager for a long period of time. Because I didn't know him. I've just known him now. But he seems like he's a very interesting guy. Like, is he up for the Manchester United job? I don't know. Like, it's a big shoe to fill. Like, you're coming from Sporting Lisbon, that's in Portugal, and you're going to coach one of the biggest clubs in the world with a huge fan base that is going to be looking at you from the lens of a microscope. Any mistake you make, they're going to be coming screaming at you. Like, Amorim, is he ready to take up that pressure? One thing I'm glad about is the fact that he's coming with his own coaching staff, which begs the question, what happens to Ruud van Nistelrooy? Like, listen, coaching is really a very fickle job. Like, at any point in time, you can lose your job. Like, Ruud has just stayed with Manchester United for what, 4 months? And all of a sudden now he's like, where next do I go? Because the person that brought him in has been fired. So there are rumors that Reuben might also leave. Unless Amorim has a job for him, he would be happy to stay. I mean, who wouldn't be? Guys, Manchester United obviously pays well. I hope Reuben stays though. I hope for Amorim, like, he looks at Reuben van Nistelrooy. Reuben van Nistelrooy is one of the best strikers we've seen in the world of football. And I honestly believe he can add to our striking force, teaching those guys, Rasmus and whatnot, how to score. So for me, I hope we keep Rude. But yeah, it's very interesting. I'm happy that Amorim is coming with his backroom staff. Like, it's good. But it's a lot of money on Manchester United's part, because they have to pay off Erik Ten Hag, and they have to bring in a new coach, pay for whatever they have to pay to Sporting Lisbon. So we are losing so much money in this period of time. And then we have to now start paying the backroom staff. Like, we have really spent money which would have been avoided if we just got Amorim at the beginning of the summer. But hey, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. You can't cry over spilled milk. Now, the interesting part, ladies and gentlemen, is we have the Manchester United versus Chelsea game, in which Ruud van Nistelrooy will be our coach, which is going to be interesting. He managed to beat Leicester 5-2 with Manchester United. For some reason, Manchester United players were playing on a different kind of high. Did they want Erik Ten Hag to go? I don't know. Well, did they have something against Erik Ten Hag? Why did they suddenly play like that? I don't know. So yeah, so Reuben Australia, ladies and gentlemen, will be in charge of Manchester United, even for the Chelsea versus Manchester United game. I know a lot of people wanted Amorim to come, but it's just impossible. I hear Sporting Lisbon wanted Amorim to overlook their final game with him, which is on Friday. And it was only fair, and he felt like he owed them that loyalty to overlook that game. So he's not coming anytime soon. And even if he comes, it's impossible for him to come on Saturday, bring his playing style, and then Sunday we play Chelsea. No. So we're hoping that Ruud van Nistelrooy just encourages the players enough for them to come and beat Chelsea. If I were a Manchester United player right now, and they're bringing a guy from Portugal who already maybe thinks I am useless, I am playing the best game of my life, because I don't want to leave Manchester United, and I don't want to be benched either. So Rashford, Anthony, Garnacho, Ahmad, if given a chance, Rasmus, Xerxes, Casemiro, Bruno is Portuguese, so he might get a shot. Eriksen, Delete, Martinez, Mazarawi, Dalot, you all have to prove a point to this new manager to show him why exactly you have to be in his starting 11. As well as you, Onana, Andre, I have not forgotten about you. So yeah, so that's all I had for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do comment down in the comment section, what do you guys think about Amorim? Is he a good fit for Manchester United, or do you see another Erik Ten Hag waiting to happen? So yeah, so that's all I had for you guys today. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe, and do turn your notifications on, ladies and gentlemen, to know when next I post a video. Bye, guys.